to my brand spanking new channel. Fresh, glittery, sparkly right off the lot. This will be my very first video for YouTube. And it will focus more so on my journey with plus size plastic surgery. I'll probably also include my mom life and plus size fashion and fitness, gym workouts, random things like that. Probably a combination of everything. But a little about myself. My name is Melissa. I live in Arizona and I am a mother of four boys. And I decided that I wanted to make a YouTube video to try and help people, plus size women who are looking for information on surgery or day-to-day life or fitness or being frugal or clothing or just random things. But today I want to focus on surgery, plus size plastic surgery. Something that there's not a lot of information about on the internet. I have searched high and low on YouTube, and I have found a couple of videos and they were very helpful, but I kind of wanted to make my own since I'm just starting the process and going through the journey myself, and it's fresh, so I have all the information to lay out for everyone else who might be going down the same road. But first and foremost, I'll tell you why I decided to get plus size plastic surgery. I have always been a bigger girl, always. Growing up, I did play sports. I was very active, softball, band, marching band in high school, basketball, but I've always been a larger girl. And even as an adult, I gained a lot of weight with my pregnancies, over 80 pounds. The first time. I dropped all of that. The second time I ended up losing 3 pounds through my whole pregnancy. But it left me with a lot of skin. My weight has fluctuated up and down, probably over like the last 12 years or so. And like I said, that left me with a lot of extra skin on my body. And of course I still have more weight that I can lose, but I think I'm at a point right now where I'm just ready to get rid of the extra. I'm sick and tired of buying bigger shirts just so my arms will fit in them, or bigger pants just so my stomach will fit in them. My first area that I like to start with are my ninnies and my arms. And in my family, we call these our bingo wings. Like, bingo, hey! So when I decided to start looking into surgery, I thought, okay, I'll do my stomach, I'll do my tummy and my boobs. I actually have pretty good boobs, I think. Currently about a 38C. I was a lot bigger, and just as I've lost weight, they've gone down, and as they've gone down, they sag and they have stretch marks. But I had originally thought of just doing my boobs and having them lifted and a tummy tuck. Just to get rid of my mommy belly that isn't, you know, all that pretty, but at the same time it did carry life. And as I've gone through the motions of getting more information, I kind of decided that my arms are really the first place that I'd like to start. Over like the last year and a half, I've been trying to work out, trying to do better. I'm not perfect at it at all, but I do try. And as I've lost weight over the last year and a half, I notice it in my boobs. They sag more, and my arms. You probably can't tell in this dress, but I have a lot of extra right here. I can literally pick my skin up and twist it, and I'm sick and tired of buying shirts bigger or anything bigger just so my arms can fit in there and I can be comfortable. So, like I said, about a year and a half ago or so, I started looking into surgeries, brachioplasty and a breast lift. And then I decided, well, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do breast implants, leave them as is, breast implants, or fat transfer. But I did decide that I am going to go with breast implants. So I started researching doctors, and I started following a lot of pages on Instagram, a lot of doctors on Instagram, anywhere from in my area to I've looked in Miami, I've looked in Mexico, I've looked in California, I've looked in Texas, pretty much everywhere. I just started looking up doctors, looking up their work. I would research their license online just to make sure they were board certified, pricing, distance. And when you're doing plastic surgery, you can't just count, you know, or only think about the price of the surgery itself, because there's so many other things that go into it. You need to have your money saved for your travel. If you're traveling, you need to have extra money saved just in case you need it for the surgery, because what if they say, oh, hey, we had to do this, blah, 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 it's going to cost you an extra $3,000. Well, how are you going to save that or pay for that? You need to have it saved. Your hotel, your meals, your aftercare, any medical equipment that you may need afterwards, your foods, your compression garments. Not all doctors include compression garments, so you may need to factor those in. Amazon has been a huge help with compression garments, and reading reviews and seeing pictures. They are very well priced compared to what the doctor's office may be charging you. And I will tell you that some of the doctors that I've had consultations with, they have told me, hey, if you want to get it off Amazon, get it off Amazon. It's just as good. It's a lot cheaper, you know, fine with me. But anyway, so like I said, started off my journey. I started liking a lot of pages on Instagram. I started doing a lot. There's not a lot on Google, honestly. For plus size plastic surgery, there's not a lot on Google. So I really just started searching Instagram, and I would find a page and it would lead me to another page and another page and another page. And that's kind of how, you know, I've gathered all of my information over time. But I knew that I needed something that would be affordable for me. I knew that I needed something that would be close to home, because I don't really want to travel far. Coming out of surgery and being in pain, you're not going to want to travel. You're not going to want to get on a plane. You're not going to want to like ride in a car for 1, 2, 3 hours. And if your roads are anything like our roads here, bumpy, cracked, so I saw several doctors. I did consultations. I did virtual consultations with a few doctors in California, specifically the San Diego area. I did a consultation with a doctor in Las Vegas. I have done a couple of consultations with doctors in Miami, plastic surgery centers that are very popular. I will tell you the problem that I had with the ones in Miami is that I couldn't get anyone to get a hold of me, like get in contact with me. I sent them information. I told them, hey, I'm interested in surgery. I'm interested in having this done, blah, blah, blah. They sent me a price. That was it. Trying to schedule, trying to pay a deposit is like pulling teeth. So, and I tried so many times, either through email, through telephone calls, and through Instagram. The surgery centers in Miami were a no for me, just based on, you know, if I do have surgery and I have trouble, I want to be able to get a hold of the doctor pretty fast. I don't want you to take a week to reply back to me and then give me directions that aren't very clear. So I decided that Miami wasn't for me. And just with the traveling, I decided that Vegas, California, Texas, that wouldn't be for me. I did check plenty of surgery centers in Mexico. Well, I'd say like 3 or 4. I did consultations through email where I would just send them pictures of my body and tell them what I was interested in, and they would get back to me and tell me a price, a quote, what they would need. And I will tell you, every single person that I spoke with from a Mexico surgery center, they were very kind to me, and they got back to me like that. I never had to wait for anything. They followed up right away. And I even had a couple of them call me. But like I said, I decided I did not want to do my surgery far away from home just because of the travel. I really don't think I'm going to be up for it. So I decided that I would do it here in Phoenix. And I even looked around in Phoenix, but I don't want to drive far. So I started doing Google reviews, or searching Google for doctors. And I cannot even tell you how many doctors I have searched and searched and searched. I have been to 4, maybe 5 consultations in person. But I just never found one that I really connected to, that I really felt comfortable with, who I felt took his time or her time to really explain things to me and understand what it was that I wanted. So I went doctor through doctor through doctor, just getting information, doing consultations, and then I came across a doctor through Google who had 5 stars. And I just clicked on it. You know, Google, you can see the reviews. He had 5 stars and he had hundreds of reviews, and they were almost 5 stars. And I sat and I went through those reviews and I read everything. And I was like, this sounds like the person I might want to go with. You know, I'll schedule a consultation. So I scheduled a consultation. They got me in right away. Like literally, I think I called like a Thursday or Friday. They had me in like Tuesday or Wednesday of the next week. And their office was amazing. So I went to the consultation. It was a bit of a wait, but someone had mentioned that in the Google reviews that you do have to wait a while past your appointment time. But you know what? If he has 5 stars, I'll wait. If he's doing awesome work, I'll wait. So I went to the consultation. Very nice area. The office was amazing. His office staff, they were so friendly, so kind, so inviting. The woman who took me back in the room, she was gorgeous, but she was so nice and she was so kind to me. And she took me back to the room and she took pictures of me. She had me get undressed. She took pictures. She asked me what I wanted to do, what I was, you know, interested in. She took pictures of my breasts, took pictures of my arms, front, back, sides. And she was so kind. And she was like, okay, the doctor will be in here with you shortly. So within like 10 or 15 minutes, he came in and he asked me what I was interested in. And I told him I'm interested in having my arms done and my breast. And he did an exam and he asked if I had a history of medical concerns or medical issues. And I told him no problems at all. I told him why I wanted to do it. And he looked me over and he said, yeah, that's no problem. You have, you know, a ton of extra skin under your arms here. We can get rid of that. And actually I was kind of concerned because, you know, this portion of your arm is a little chunky. Well, mine is a little chunky too. And I do have this little bit here, but I wanted to make sure that, you know, it would all even out. And he assured me more than once that we could take care of this, all of the extra skin here, and that he would make it even out with this portion of my arm as well. And he did tell me I would have to wear a compression garment, and it would be about 4 weeks or so before I could go back to work and whatnot. But, and then he told me implants, we can do those. That would be awesome. I would need a breast lift, and he did tell me that I would probably go up about 2 to 3 inches. And to ensure volume on the top, I would need an implant. So we went over that and discussed implants. I've had an idea of what size I wanted for my body and my frame. I don't want outrageous, but I don't want to regret spending so much money on surgery just to, you know, have the same boobs. So I am pretty set on 650 cc's up to 700 cc's. I do want saline implants and I want moderate plus profile implants. So it'll be 650 cc saline moderate plus profile implants. And to explain that a little more, I'm going with saline because I want to know if it ruptures. I want to know if there's an issue. I've done a lot of research, and most of the people who have issues with their implants have silicone. So there are several different types of profiles for your implant. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, and I'm definitely no expert on them. But for me, I am choosing moderate plus profile implants. I know there's moderate plus moderate, high profile, extra high. I believe the high and extra high is just the projection, but I'm not sure, so don't hold me to that. I just know what I personally have decided on. So with that said, the doctor was like, yeah, we can do all of that. It's perfectly fine. I will tell you, when I was doing consultations with other doctors, Miami and Mexico both required that I got down to a certain BMI. So I had to lose a certain amount of weight before they would do surgery on me. And they were all different, but they were low 30s, and mine's a little higher than 30. I won't tell you exactly what my weight is, but I'm 5'6", and I wear a size 14. But the doctor, California, Texas, and Arizona, none of them, they were like, you're fine. I think it more so went by my appearance when they saw me, more so than the actual weight. Because to be honest, I don't really believe in that BMI stuff. I don't think it's very fitting to everyone. But like I said, Miami and Mexico, they did require me to get down to low 30s before they would do any surgery. But this particular doctor that I found here in Arizona, he did not have a problem with my weight at all, my size, nothing. I have no previous health issues. I have no worries with anesthesia or any issues that run in my family. So there's no issue at all. So after I spoke with him, they gave me some information. They gave me the pricing. It was quick. It was like bam, bam, bam. But he did take his time and go through everything with me. But after that, it was an easy process, and they were so kind to me. So they gave me the pricing, a quote for everything that I would need, which included the doctor's fees, the surgery center, the anesthesia, and my garment, which they would provide. But he did tell me, you know, if there's one on Amazon that you'd prefer to buy, do it. That's fine. So I didn't schedule anything then. I wanted to talk to my fiance about it just to see what his opinions were, and, you know, see if financially we are fine doing it, if it was a good time. I read something not too long ago that said plastic surgery, it was about plastic surgery, and it said there will never be the right time. You just have to do it, and do it for yourself. And I feel like this is my time to do it, and to do it for myself. If you knew my background, you would know it's my time to do something for myself. So we talked about it. He approved. He was with everything. He was like, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. We'll figure it out. So the next day, I called the doctor's office and I was like, hey, I want to go ahead and schedule. Let's do this. Let's get it done. And she said, well, I can get you in next week if you want to go ahead and have surgery. But, you know, that was a little too close for me. I want to have time to prepare, buy all the aftercare things that I need, get more information, and I want to try to lose, you know, about 20 more pounds or so before I do the surgery. Just, you know, get these little bingo wings under control a little more. I feel like I can make them a little stronger before I have surgery. But I decided that I would schedule in November, and I'm aiming for mid-November, before Thanksgiving. And she said that's fine. You know, they accommodated the date that I wanted to have surgery. And she also told me that they would help me with any FMLA paperwork, short-term disability, anything like that. They would help me with it. And we would do it about a month before, you know, ahead of time, so that everything was taken care of by the time we got to my surgery date. I will tell you that you do have to use your own personal time at work if you wish to get paid. But we are going to try with my short-term disability. And I know some people ask, well, why isn't your insurance paying for it? Insurance does not pay for surgery. They may pay for your tummy, or if you have a significant amount of skin that needs to be removed. With my insurance in particular, they will only pay for surgery, and it's only my stomach. They would not cover my arms. They will only pay for surgery if I can document about 6 months worth of rashes, antibiotics that are prescribed for the rashes, open sores, I have to prove that it's taking a toll on my life and that I'm really suffering. And I think it's cellulitis. I have to have documented cellulitis as well. And you know what? I don't have that, not at the moment. So, but I do have trouble with my arms. I do have trouble with excessive sweating from the extra skin in my arms. I have trouble with my arms rubbing right here near my bra line, and sometimes I will get rashes and marks there. I do have trouble at the gym with weights and my arms, they feel so heavy. But I have trouble with them rubbing when I'm trying to lift anything. They do rub the back, and I do get marks on my arms from that. But again, my insurance doesn't cover arms. Only tell me if you can document it for about 6 months. So I will be paying out of pocket for this, but my doctor is going to attempt short-term disability for me. If not, I'll be using my own time to pay for this to cover me while I'm out of work. Or if I don't, I might not have enough. So if I don't have enough, I'll take it unpaid. And that's another thing that you need to plan for. If you don't have enough time to cover yourself while you're off, you need to make sure that you're fine without not having that paycheck or that income. Or you need to save for it ahead of time. Don't just run into surgery. You need to think about all the other things that go into it other than just surgery. Where was I? Like I said, they will handle everything for me. We'll start about a month ahead of time. I'm gonna try to drop as much weight as possible. If the day comes and it's surgery day and I haven't dropped but 5 pounds, oh well, that's my 5 pounds, better than nothing. And I'm still going ahead with surgery. I'm doing it. I'm ready to. It's my time. I want to do it for myself. And that's an important thing too. You need to do what makes you feel good about yourself, what you think is best for you. This is your body. This is your house. This is your temple. You figure out what is good for you. And right now is my time. For my entire life, I have been in this tiny little shell, and I feel like I've always tried to conform to society, my family, what everyone else thought I should be or how I should look, and I'm tired of it. I'm 34 years old, and I want to do my thing for myself. This is my life. I only get one. I'm doing it. So I will be going through with surgery. In November. That's my scheduled date, and I don't want to tell you the exact date because it might change a little bit, but it's November, and I do plan to take the rest of the year off from work and heal and recover. Also, another thing, there's not any information on YouTube as far as plus size plastic surgery goes. Like I said, there are a couple videos, and those ladies are very helpful, but most of my information comes from Facebook. I did join a few plus size plastic surgery groups on Facebook, and it has been very nice being able to answer or ask those ladies anything that I'd like and get different experiences and advice and see pictures before and after, so I can kind of compare myself to them if they were around the same size as me, or what to expect coming out of surgery or leading up to surgery. It's been very helpful and very nice to be a part of those groups on Facebook. So I definitely recommend that you search plus size plastic surgery on Facebook, or plastic surgery for women, or however you can find it. Find it, follow it, join the group, whichever. You can find a lot of information there, and it's very helpful. I think that's about all I can think of right now. Oh, another thing, blood work. The doctor does require that you get blood work prior to surgery. He needs to make sure that everything is in line, normal, in order before an anesthesiologist can do anything with you. So luckily, I just did a physical with blood work a couple of months ago with my primary care physician. Excuse me. And the surgeon's office is going to review that, but because it was a couple months ago, they do kind of want to keep things current within the same 30 days, so I may have to do blood work again. That's something that I'll pay for myself. With everything, you pay for everything yourself. Your insurance will not cover any of this. unless you got it approved. Like I said, if you have a significant amount of extra skin, you can try with your insurance company, but 9 times out of 10, it's not happening. So with that said, that's kind of my take on plus size plastic surgery, how I got started, why I'm doing it, and what I'm doing in the meantime leading up to my surgery. I will have someone here to help me to get me back and forth from the hospital and take care of me and help me out a lot, which I'm so thankful for. So definitely make sure that you have someone who can help you, because the first few days, or I hear the first week, you will not be able to do much of anything for yourself. So, and it also depends on which surgeries you're having as well. So make sure you have someone there to help you. Make sure you have read everything you can possibly read online as far as what you need, and for your aftercare, take care of it, line it up, make a list, check it twice, get it done. But that's about it. This is my very first video on plus size plastic surgery. Like I said, my channel is kind of going to be about different things, but I do mainly want to document my journey to surgery. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a question below in the comments. Make sure you like my video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I am brand new and I am trying to build it up just to get some information out there on things that I wasn't able to find on Google or YouTube myself. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Links to my social media will be down below. Make sure you follow those as well. Follow me on my journey, just my journey for plastic surgery, being a mom, fitness, fashion, everything. I'm just a normal mom with 4 boys, living a normal life, doing pretty much the same thing everybody else does. So follow my journey, and I hope you like. Thank you so much. Bye. I got the first time jitters. Are you gonna press play?
It's been on.
Oh.